Okay, fine. Now I will take all the questions in the NCERT. Okay, so let's move with the flow of the session. So in this session, I will be discussing the questions that we have attempted in last two, I will say, weeks somehow. Okay, so not all the questions I will discuss, I will cherry pick. Okay, uh, and from next week onwards, so you will be getting two questions per day, that is for sure. Okay, I will start that week from either from Monday or Tuesday. It might be case कि Monday को question ना आए तो परेशान नहीं होना है. I have planned it that way only. Okay, then it might be a case कि वो Saturday को भी आएगा. So I have to just filter certain questions. Okay, so just let me know when my screen is visible to you guys. Okay. Okay. So we will be discussing these questions one by one. This week, I hope you guys were able to actually use your mind because questions were quite conceptual as well as analytical in nature. So I guess लिखने में मजा आया होगा because it was not like that you have to write direct pointers. So somehow with this week, we are moving towards the UPSC relevant questions. The last week, it was more about the to make you write. This week was more about to make you think rather than to make you write. Okay. So what changes the British attitude undergo towards Indians after the 1857 revolt? So see, simple तरीका है इन questions को समझने का. Attitude changes. It means something has happened. Okay. If I'm doing something, Divyanshi is supporting me. So Divyanshi के side मेरा inclination बढ़ जाएगा, positive inclination. And suppose at the same time Kriti is not supporting me, so Kriti will be like on negative side of my inclination. It's as simple as that. So attitude over here, you should see how you should have thought about it. Objectives of Britishers. Okay, first thing, ये जो revolt चल रहा है इसको kill it, I will say. Okay. Then to do the same, one section with support, again with not support. These two parts you have to analyze. Okay. Now in terms of what is actually attitude of the Britishers? Political attitude. What changes in the political attitude? Whether they started giving certain relaxations to the kings, those who supported. हाँ बेटा कोई बात नहीं, बच्चा नहीं है तुम्हारे वो कजन के है ना बेटा, उसे राजा बना देना and we will accept. So we are kind of compromising on certain alliances. Okay, maybe which alliance is that? Where law of inheritance was issued. अनम्यूट करके बोलना होता है कृति, वरना आवाज कहाँ से आएगी?
Doctrine of lapse.
Doctrine of lapse. Good. Okay. So okay, subsidiary alliance. Okay, we charge you this much for our food stationing. No, this time you just give them 2 times का food and water. We are okay. I'm just explaining kind of thing, but do not write in this way. It means political attitude. Economic attitude. Okay, these industries supported the rulers, native rulers, cut their profit in some way or other. Okay, what about why there was Renaissance? Okay, so they have started reading. Okay, let's divide them caste, class, right? So social attitude. Now you can address educational, cultural, and whatnot. then political, economical, social. Now attitude towards laws, rules, because they also impacted Indians, na? Certain changes were there. Okay, so question has not asked, but I will write. Now here you will not get direct flip side, but I will say advanced side, not a flip side will not be a right word, but advanced side, a way forward kind of thing. I will write here impact as well, not more than 1-2 lines. Impact is nothing but 1858 Act. We brought it. 1-2 lines, then conclusion. Conclusion you can conclude in any way. 1857 Revolt Act is as a learning for Britishers, which ensured their empire lasted for next 100 years. Okay, and it might be case if you put it like that, it was learning for Indians that native kings or freedom cannot be attained or achieved without full-fledged kind of thing, मतलब full-fledged nationalism. दिव्यांशी को भी फील हो कि सर गलत कर रहे हैं, कृति को भी फील हो गलत कर रहे हैं, तुम सबको फील हो. एक करण अकेला बोलेगा कि सर गलत कर रहे हो, क्या फर्क पड़ेगा, 2 रैप्टे मारे बैठ जाएगा, दैट्स इट. ठीक है, this is how you should have entertained this question. Now examine the rationalist humanistic content of religious reforms movements of 19th century. आई कि सेंचुरी वाली मैंने बात बता दी थी ना, 19 मतलब 1800 समथिंग. ठीक है, क्योंकि 1-2 आंसर मिले थे मुझे, नाम नहीं लूंगा बस. ठीक है, जिन्होंने लिख दिया था लास्ट टाइम आंसर के नाम पे 19 दिखा तो 1900 समथिंग. ओके, evaluate their role in making modern India. Now making modern India, first you should be clear what are the values in the modern India that has been derived from these movements. And first you should be clear about these 2 terms. Rationalist who plays with the mind, who takes decision with the mind, with proper reasoning, logic, rules, regulations. ठीक है, humanistic values, humanitarian grounds, idealist kind of thing. Okay, for example, recent news, a lady was marrying 4th time to a person mentally, I will say, not that good. I'm not getting the word, but on recording I cannot say the word that is used in general sense. Okay, mentally challenged person, and she was marrying for the 4th time. So I will put her in the rationalist kind of thing, na, because she was getting a crores rupees and all. It was not humanistic. Had it been that it was her first marriage and out of love, care, empathy, compassion, she is marrying that guy. No, but she has already done 3 marriages. What she did then, put a dowry case, extracted money, she became the billionaire, and that's how she was continuing her rosy roti. So rationalist mindset. She was using mind actually, not humanistic values to derive a purpose. Okay, so examining the rationalist and humanist content of the religious reforms. Now, religious reforms, if you say, what kind of reforms we had? Anyone? I want you guys to participate, yeah.
सर जो सोशल प्रैक्टिसेस थी सती जैसी वो.
अरे तो नाम बोलना, रिफॉर्म का कुछ नाम रखा होगा, कोई मूवमेंट चले होंगे, कुछ तो लिखा होगा आंसर में.
ब्रह्मो समाज, मतलब
ठीक है, see अब now Brahmo Samaj, when talking about the education and all, it is following the rationalist. It did not say we do not need Western science and mathematics. It says fine, let's do study that as well. Okay, humanistic approach, sati, not humanitarian or at all. Okay, so these क्या क्या?
Widow remarries.
Not getting your voice properly.
Widow remarries.
You just type it off. I'm unable to get it. Please type,
Sir,
Shushni.
widow remarriage.
अच्छा, widow remarriage. I literally did not get. Okay, yeah, Ishwarjan Vidyasagar and all. Okay, so now what is the yes, Rajan, good. Okay, now with the modern India, what is actually modern India? Evaluate their role. Question is not about the things. From there, we have to just find values. Main question is here. It can be asked in the 15 marker itself. Evaluate their role in making of modern India. What is modern India when it comes to the reforms? अरे बेवकूफों, लक्ष्मीकांत पूरी पढ़ ली है मॉडल. हाँ,
और चिल्ड्रन को इक्वल मतलब विमेन और चिल्ड्रन का रिप्रेजेंटेशन और उनकी वल्नरेबिलिटी का रिडक्शन होना जो हमारे
रिफॉर्म्स इज नॉट अबाउट द वुमेन चिल्ड्रन.
है.
फेमिनिस्ट साइड थोड़ा पीछे रखो.
एजुकेशन.
हाँ.
अच्छा.
Anyone
और
else?
सर ब्रेकिंग द ऑर्थोडॉक्स सुपरस्टिशंस.
Good. Now you are making sense.
लिबर्टी प्रोवाइड करना,
हाँ
एक्सप्लॉइटेशन.
हाँ, स्ट्रक्चर में कोई कुछ नहीं बोलेगा, बस
सर,
ऐसे पॉइंटर मारो सर, आप स्ट्रक्चर खुद बना लो.
एक चीज
सो इकोनॉमिक वाइज इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन वगैरह, ग्रोथ.
गुड गुड गुड.
और सर सेल्फ एस्टीम ऑफ इंडिया बाय विवेकानंद, स्वामी विवेकानंद on a global platform.
Actually, those were the reforms which gives us strength to say that yes, we can be the Vishwa Guru right now as well.
सो इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ प्रिंसली स्टेट का भी मतलब कम हो जाना.
Not related to the modern India. In modern India, actually, princely state is not there. Lakshya Raj is trying to fight the elections, but he will not get any ticket. Breaking the stereotypes, equal rights to all respected. ठीक है. Now you are scattering just points here and there. Let me tell you how to structure it. मेरे दिमाग में आ गया modern India. What is modern India actually, your constitution? Now, how these reforms have impacted your constitution? Secularism नहीं बोलेंगे हम, क्योंकि वहां पे लिखने को मिल जाएगा ना.
स्पेशल मैरिज एक्ट.
हाँ, that is secularism. हाँ.
सर वही तो होता है, और क्या होता है?
What is special marriage act?
सर उसमें इंटरफेथ मैरिजेस होती है ना.
So what is secularism?
So it's all about the religious homogeneity, tolerance, mutual tolerance.
Secularism is from the state perspective. The state has nothing to do with your marriages.
अच्छा, okay.
Modern India, state. What India have to do with marriages? Yeah. It can be example under secularism.
अच्छा, ठीक है, okay sir.
Okay, so secularism can come over there. Okay, now specific reservations for the women, downtrodden, social reforms is but not only about the Satyashodhak Samaj and all, whatever else you can put up. So medical opinion to suppose views against the child marriage by Akshay Mardhan. Good, Madhvi. Okay, so making India more rationalist. Again, bring out the values only. So you talk about the liberty. Yes, Karan, I agreed. I am again deriving same from the constitution only. Okay, liberty, let women study. अब वुमेन स्टडी करके तो बर्तन मांजेगी नहीं. ठीक है. वुमेन स्टडी करके हाउस हस्बैंड का कर्तव्य भी प्रमोट नहीं करेगी, मैं ये भी बता रहा हूँ. ठीक है. दैट इज हाउ द लाइफ इट इज. ठीक, फाइन. तो डेरोजियो का जरा ईयर बताना माधवी मुझे. इन विच ईयर दे केम?
नहीं सर, यंग बंगाल मूवमेंट.
In which year I am asking?
19th century.
I am asking year, you are saying me century.
Oh.
check it, Google it.
Not-
Google it, no worries.
Hmm.
It will be revision for others as well. Okay, more or less you got the question, how to structure. Evaluate the role means you have to take the values and you can take. Then you can go for education. Always remember the keywords and all that I talk about. Okay?
Sir, excuse me.
Huh?
Sir, here modern India means post-independence or
Yeah.
the national
Yes.
struggle
No.
also.
May see, making of modern India, I will say related to the post-independence only.
Okay.
Okay, see, the NCERT has been, I will say, it might be a case that published 10 to 20 years back, but at the same time, if UPSC comes, it will be here on.
Okay, sir.
Got it?
Hmm.
Because for us, see, every day is history. Okay, now
Yes, sir,
modern
but
India.
little bit confusion that is it after independence or
No,
that national struggle, national freedom movement?
Okay, so see, had it been freedom movement, there would have been direct freedom movement wala kind of keyword. Okay, but since modern India, you better relate it with the present. Else, what you can do? Phase 1, phase 2, before independence, after independence.
Okay.
Within that, as I said, now this question is the main question. This is
Yeah.
nothing but pointers or something like. Okay, thank you, Madhvi. Okay, so this is the 1809 to 1831 movement. Okay. I don't check when I say, I just put up the facts certain times, and so to ensure कि इसी बहाने क्लास के साथ रिवाइज हो जाएगा. Don't worry. Okay. That is a good movement actually. क्या क्या आया है मुझे यार बहुत कुछ लिख दिया तुम लोगों ने. Democratic institution, technological advance, this can be sir. See 73rd amendment and all. Okay, fine. But how will you relate? Okay, it totally depends on it. It can be written. Other points are also there, so it will be a content enriched answer. Sir, for the keywords evaluation in this question, I wrote positive and negative impact of religious reform. So is it correct? So see, evaluate their role in the modern India, not impact of the social reform. Whether they contributed something or not. The question was about that, Ayushi. We don't have to evaluate reforms, but yes, if you have evaluated their contribution in the modern India, it is fine. हाँ करण बोल यार.
सर जैसे हम इवैल्यूएट करेंगे तो फॉर एग्जांपल पॉजिटिव्स लिखे, नेगेटिव्स लिखे, हेडिंग दे रहे हैं, हेडिंग के साथ फिर एग्जांपल भी लिखना है कि क्या.
और एग्जाम्पल में वही आ गया ना, जैसे जो ऊपर तुमने वैल्यूज निकाली हैं एक्चुअली. फॉर एग्जाम्पल डेरोजियो मूवमेंट, वहां से जो वैल्यूज है, जॉट आउट डाउन उन्हीं वैल्यूज को नीचे एनालाइज करना है कि ये वैल्यूज कैसे मॉडर्न इंडिया में हेल्प किया, चाहे आप फेज 1 फेज 2 करके कर लीजिए. बिकॉज काफी हैज अ वैलिड पॉइंट कि व्हाट अबाउट द मॉडर्न इंडिया. माय फोकस विल बी पोस्ट इंडिपेंडेंस ओनली. ठीक है कृति यार, तुम भी पूछ लो क्वेश्चन. अब बीच में क्वेश्चन का माहौल बन गया है.
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन इनसे अनरिलेटेड है. जैसे हम पॉलिटिकल थ्योरी पे अभी शिफ्ट हुए हैं, तो मुझे ये पूछना था कि क्या हमारे आंसर राइटिंग स्टाइल भी थोड़ा शिफ्ट होगा.
एक क्वेश्चन डिस्कस होगा, वेट एंड वॉच. Examine important factors which were responsible for the growth of communalism in India in the early part of 20th century. मतलब 1907 कौन सा मूवमेंट था यहाँ पे?
स्वदेशी मूवमेंट.
1909 to 11 कोई मूवमेंट काफी कुछ कैंसिल हुआ या कुछ हुआ?
नॉन कोऑपरेशन.
सत्याग्रह है, रॉलेट सत्याग्रह है.
खिलाफत वाज इन 1919.
हाँ 1919.
11 के बाद आगे वहीं तो आऊंगा मैं.
नहीं, रॉलेट तो 1919 में आया था.
जा तो रहा हूँ. अब यहाँ पे जगह नहीं थी ना खिलाफत लिखने की पूरी. ठीक है, तो बेसिकली यू हैव टू कवर दिस. ठीक है, ये नाउ हेयर इशू इज एक्चुअली सेपरेट, अब लिखा नहीं जाएगा पूरा, समझ गया ना, एसईपी सेपरेट इलेक्ट्रोड्स
सेपरेट
वगैरह,
इलेक्ट्रोड, ओके
तो मैं वो बात कर रहा हूँ, पूरा लिख नहीं रहा फिर यहाँ पे, ठीक है। तो कम्युनलिज्म स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम हियर एंड देयर, ओके, एंड इट एंडेड विद डायरेक्ट एक्शन डे पाकिस्तान चाहिए, ठीक है, समथिंग लाइक दैट। अब एग्जामिन इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर्स ही आर ओनली दोस थिंग्स watershed moments in our Indian history where there are certain kind of appeasements, where there are certain kind of wedge between Hindu Muslim unity. So whatever movements I have mentioned, it is somehow either it created appeasement or wedge. Even when unity is shown, see, what I say when people say na, like we should show Hindu Muslim unity and all, so I say, why you consider yourself Hindu and Muslim first, let it be Indian, you need not to show any unity. If you are showing any kind of unity, means there is any difference. अब भैया डिफरेंस है इसलिए शो कर रहे हो, मींस डिफरेंस विल रिमेन देयर ओनली ना, so question is on the same lines. Responsible for growth of communalism, okay, then different parties, Hindu Mahasabha, Muslim League and all, so you have to mention, first mention, give the introduction, then mention factors, okay, then factors के बाद factors you just enumerate, okay, 4-5 enumerate, then उनका examination है, how they affect, ऊपर factors दिया, factors for communalism, how they affected or how they were responsible for growth of communalism, एक लाइन डाला फिर pointers, नहीं करना ऊपर pointers मत लिखो, factors responsible for growth of communalism 1 point, फिर enumerate लिखो ही मत, फिर यहीं पे सब कुछ कर दो। Anyway, means why I'm saying you can write factors, sometimes when we write factors we can interrelate the things better, okay, and we do not forget. So what I used to do in my during my mains, whenever I got certain questions, if I'm reading the question paper, I will just put it in the pointers, okay, ताकि मुझे 4-5 पॉइंट याद रहे वहां पे लिखते हुए आंसर, दिस इज हाउ आई यूज्ड टू डू, ठीक है। एक्चुअली दीज आर द फैक्टर्स which is related to facts of history. If you remember the same, you will feel better for the prelims as well. That's what I said when I said 30-40% of the janta fail in prelims because they are never mains oriented. Now are you getting my point? In reality these acts and all part of prelims preparation है ना, so this is how it is, okay. Trace the early development of Gandhiji as political leader, discusses basic political ideas. Simple question यार, I guess I need not to discuss. Do I need to? Simple था यार, मतलब क्या डिस्कस करना है इनको. Why do you think British changed their attitude towards 1945? Always remember, if I want to control you guys ना, first thing I need money from you guys. Reason, you will feel accountable. यार इस आदमी को पैसे दिए तो इससे कुछ सीख लेते हैं, भरोसा कर लेते हैं थोड़ा सा. Second, I need to make certain kind of fear amongst you, so that if I call or if I say something, you should be concerned about it, okay. Third, control, waiting room में डाल दूंगा, okay. Fourth, emotional connect. For example, many of you, if I say something, I emotionally, यार ये नहीं करेगा तो मजा नहीं आएगा, देख I'm last time giving you certain kind of warning, so you feel bad. Had it not been an emotional connect, चल रहा है बस चलने तो जो चल रहा है, ठीक है. तो let's examine these points only. Money, Britishers were not able to maintain their kharcha pani in India. Fear, police, military, etc. सब were I will say doing mutinies. Control, laws, acts जो बना रहे थे Now Congress, that time Congress was good Congress. ठीक है. Emotional connect, issue of nationalism. ठीक. Then factors like word war and all. उनसे अपने खर्चे नहीं संभाल रहे तो हम क्या संभालेंगे? Okay. Means external factors. First, see from the internal situation. You can have internal factor heading. Second, external factors. Even countries which were supporting Britishers. Okay, on one hand you are fighting against the fascism, and on other hand you are also a fascist. Hypocrisy की भी कोई सीमा है ना? The same thing. Got it? So this way. In today's session, I will fully am not focusing on conclusion and introductions rather than structure and pointers, just so that your answers can be enriched from the perspective of relevancy. ठीक है? Introduction, conclusion फिर किसी सेशन में ज्यादा बात कर लेंगे उस पर. Okay, so till now we were having GS1 kind of questions. So GS1, ठीक है? Whenever we are going into the GS2 mode, as Kriti asked, sir कुछ change होगा क्या? At least I like when you ask relevant and good questions. Okay, it seems that you guys are studying. I feel good. Okay, so yes, it changes. GS1 is more about indexes, reforms, keywords, and all that we have discussed. Okay, GS2 is more about your current affairs that you haven't studied. It's completely fine, no need to worry at all. Okay. Then article numbers that you should put up in your answers if it is related or interrelated. Then about the case studies. Case studies you can put up. Okay, for example, this question is asking about the citizens. Anywhere can do you think that they are vigilant citizens? Yes, vigilant citizens of Philistines tried to do something, now they will pay the price. Okay, this is how it. Fine. So means give GS2 perspective through your syllabus. ठीक है? GS2 perspective through your syllabus. Syllabus में जो है वो वाली चीजें इस पे ज्यादा फोकस करनी है. Now coming to the question. Vigilant citizens are must for successful working of democracy. Okay, that's why I hate democracy in India, because we are not vigilant enough. दारू पी के तो वोट डाल देते हैं यहाँ पे लोग सस्ते में, वो भी बढ़िया वाली मांगे तो बात भी है. Nevertheless. So first thing, must means focus. Then working of democracy. Now a question to all of you. I will certainly give a chocolate. Promise. Okay, I will deliver it online. Whosoever answers this correctly. So the question is, what is actually a core thing for democracy apart from the people? Don't say we the people and all.
Dissent.
Dissent? Who was it?
Kavya.
No. Better luck next time.
फ्रीडम भी नहीं.
Better luck next time, lawyer साहब. आपसे ये उम्मीद नहीं थी.
Election.
Representation, accountability,
Functional representation, मतलब placing the right things at the right place. Justice.
Sir,
near,
election.
near to it. Who was it? Justice and all?
For me, Divyanshi.
Near to it, but not on the point. Chocolate तो नहीं मिल पाएगी इसमें. लास्ट क्वेश्चन है. मैं पूछना तो चाहूंगा कि क्या चल रहा है. जी बताइए.
गवर्नमेंट को चेक में रखना.
How near again? You two are near.
Election.
No.
Law,
voting rights,
active
justice.
participation.
I already told you, don't tell me we the
Proactive
people and all. That is out of
Sir.
context. That is the core.
Independent institutions.
Pratik, you got it.
Freedom of expression.
Nah, he got the chocolate.
Reservation.
He got the chocolate. I told you, Pratik, you got it means Pratik was bingo on it. And I was expecting this from the lawyer साहब, but nevertheless, lawyer साहब थोड़ा सा पानी लेना आज, थोड़ा सा डूब जाना उसमें. Okay, democracy is about the institutions. Okay, reason for the same, jokes apart. You said that I have to uphold the liberty. How you will uphold? You need certain institutions which implement your liberty. Be it educational institutions, be it economical institutions. Okay, at the same time, you need an institution like independent judiciary. Okay, Pratik done है भाई, address भेजो, I will send it. ठीक है? It's fine.
ठीक है सर.
Okay. So successful working of democracy, it means those institutions should be working successfully, just like our ED is working. Okay. CBI working according to the Supreme Court case parrot. Okay. So now when these institutions are working, only then vigilant citizens can support. Suppose I am the court, Karan murders Pratik. Okay. And Divyanshi comes to me, sir, Karan ने टपका दिया. So I was like, very good. So मैं क्या करूं? I haven't seen biased institution. Okay. Suppose another term, I'm a bank. Karan comes for the loan, 500 crore. मैंने कहा ले जा, 600 crore ले जा, कोई बात नहीं, दे दिया. I know that he will never return. Biased institution. So Divyanshi saw all this. पूरा सिस्टम ही खराब है, चले गए. She did not question. Had it been कि सर 600 क्यों दिया, वो 500 मांग रहा था, वर्थ उसकी 350 की है, हो सकता था मैं दिव्यांशी को भी 50 करोड़ दे देता और उसको चुप करा देता एंड ये चुप भी हो जाए. बट एट द सेम टाइम विजिलेंट एंड द इंडिपेंडेंस इंस्टीट्यूशन वर्किंग टुगेदर इज द की ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन. मजाक मजाक में मैंने क्वेश्चन का जिस समझाया आपको, ठीक है. सो फर्स्ट in the introduction, here I will be discussing introduction. In the introduction itself, what I will do, I will certainly say कि डेमोक्रेसी है क्या. ठीक है. Then factors affecting वर्किंग ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी मैं एनुमरेट कर दूंगा उसको. फर्स्ट पे लिखूंगा विजिलेंट सिटीजन्स. ठीक है. नाउ एन नंबर ऑफ पीपल आस्क मी, सर ये डायग्राम फ्लोचार्ट बोलते हो, बताते तो हो नहीं कुछ. इन दिस क्वेश्चन सी, एक मिनट यार, टेढ़ा क्यों जाता है बार. क्या बात है, पेज ऐड हो जाता है यार इसमें अपने आप, मुझे आज पता लगा. फाइन. चलो, तो सीन ऐसा है, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द डिफरेंट फैक्टर्स. सपोज आई मेक अ स्टार, 1 2 3 4 5 6 factors. ओके, 6 फैक्टर्स नहीं आ रहे मेरे पास. Because I am going to link vigilant citizens with the institutions. Huh? Now, why this question becomes interesting if you are going for the judiciary? Remember IAC? What is it?
Sir, can you repeat this point? आपकी voice break हो गई थी अभी. ये just
Oh, okay.
ये वाला point.
I'm saying judiciary. Suppose we are taking one of the points as the judiciary. What is IAC? The movement which gave birth to Kejriwal. India against corruption. Lokpal bill and all. Suppose
Lokpal.
India against corruption. Okay. Then suppose I'm talking about the economic institutions. Crony capitalism. Wala point. Any example where crony capitalism was struck down? You can. Okay. Go for the independent judiciary. Okay. N number of acts has been nullified. कोई सा भी ले लेना केस तुम. Means this question, though says comment, but it needs justification. How I was able to derive that justification is required? Must. जब मैं तुम लोगों को कोई ऐसा काम कहूंगा, दिव्यांशी तुझे ये काम करना है, प्रतीक तुझे ये काम करना है, तुम पूछोगे ना, भाई क्यों, यही क्यों बोल रहे हो, कुछ और बोल दो. तो I have to justify because this is the reason why I'm suggesting you to write PYQs. This is the reason why I'm suggesting to read PYQs. So within the question itself, sometimes looks that question is quite easy. Okay. And this is the NCERT question. And mark my words, it can any day come in the public administration, PSIR, as well as GS2. Good question from the every perspective. Okay, so if you look why I'm putting more focus on over this question in our session, if you look from my perspective, now you will find out that 3-4 keywords I have just in the starting itself, I have encircled and I have focused whole question over these 4 words only. Must I encircled but did not address. It must have come in your mind कि sir must के पीछे क्यों पड़े हैं? Justification के लिए. Got it? So this is how it is. For the timing, I'll say I stop my session over here. Okay.